Phyllis Hogan from Winter Sun is an ethnobotanist who's been in the Flagstaff area for how many years, Phyllis?
I've been in Flagstaff since 1978.
And we're very happy to have Phyllis. You know, I got to tell you guys in the audience out there, I've been after Phyllis Hogan for almost 2 years now to come on. Well, she's been on the show a couple of times, but to come on the show and give us what she's been thinking about doing, and she's finally doing, the cycle of the plant life here in Flagstaff area.
Yeah, I wanted to call this What's Up in the Forest.
Okay,
and
there you
then
go.
We will look at plants cyclically in the forest.
Right.
And beneficial plants that would be good, and a lot of the plants that you can grow ornamentally in your yard, that you can use for medicinal teas, beverages, that would just help in general as tonics for your central nervous system, and just so people can see that it looks a little desolate out here, but
winter's still here.
Yeah,
right?
Winter's still here, but guess what? There are some neat plants out here. And plants that you can grow and plants that we can use. So what would you use if everything fell apart and the pharmaceutical companies went south and you were on your own? Like the native people were.
Good question.
A couple hundred years ago, even 100 years ago, even 50 years ago. And a lot of these plants are still used today in the what I like to call the ethnographic present. So what was used in the past, and then what persisted and what was really, really important and good and is still being used today. I think it'll be really fun, and we'll watch what happens in our Coconino National Forest in the next 6 months. You know, we're going to have a lot happen.
Phyllis, this is really great. Thanks.
Yeah, I love it.
Phyllis Hogan, ladies and gentlemen, big applause. So, Phyllis, what do you want to show us today?
Well, I'd like to start off with a really neat little plant called Berberis repens.
Berberis repens, for all of you out there who understand what that means.
That's the scientific name, and the common name is going to be Oregon grape root. And it's one of my most favorite root plants, but there's a lot of different things that ways you can use it. So we'll go look at one.
Okay, cool.
Great. Here we are sitting in the largest ponderosa pine forest in North America in the Coconino National Forest. One of my very favorite little plants that comes up right around April is the Oregon grape root. And Oregon grape root is a very important plant that's been used in history. It goes back in the Egyptian times. It goes into the Middle Ages where it was used. We'll first look at the description of this. It has like a holly leaf, so it's kind of spiny. And right now you can see that we have a yellow flower. These flowers are going to turn into purple berries, and the berries are going to be very, very edible. You can make a jam out of them. You can eat them. And as a matter of fact, they were very important historically with Native American people who ate those berries. And the yellow flower is an indicator of the root. And I have plucked one here to show you, because it's the root that we're going to use on this plant, although all parts of it, the aerial parts, are used as well. But the root is where the high concentration of the medicine is. And you can see it's bright yellow. This is the alkaloid called berberine. And if you ever used an eye drop that had a yellow color to it, it was the berberine from the berberis or the barberry that is antimicrobial and antifungal, and it's a very antiseptic. So you can use this topically if you have a open cut or a wound that's slow to heal. You can make a tea. So you collect these, cut them up, let them dry for a couple of days, or you can put them in cold water, let them sit overnight, and then you're going to have a strong infusion of the plant, a cold infusion, or you can make a tea out of it. Topically, you can wash the skin with it, but internally, it's really amazing for gastritis, any kind of digestive upsets. We use this for gallbladder flare-ups. It makes a really nice, what we would call an herbal antibiotic. So this is very similar to a plant that does not grow here in the ponderosa pine forest, which is called golden seal. And golden seal has actually been over-harvested in the east. So we use this as a substitute for golden seal because it grows everywhere. And the best part, guess what, folks? You can grow it in your own backyard. Then you can harvest what you need for your family, your friends, and use it yourself. Now, any of the things that we talk about today have not been approved by the FDA, so I'm just telling you what has been used historically and what herbalists and naturopathic doctors and how they use these plants today. So this is Oregon grapefruit, a really beautiful plant that if you take a stroll in the forest, you're probably going to see it. It grows circumboreal, so it grows all over the Northwest in pine forests. And go down to Native Plant and Seed, and you'll be able to get your own. There's about 5 species of barberry that grow in Arizona, especially northern Arizona. Some of them are shrubs. Some of these are little trailers like this one. And you can grow them. You can pick them. You can have your own medicine garden in your very backyard.